Well, looking down at the pit area, the 21 crew coming back out. A little bit of a ski change on the right front, it looked like. Quick repairs. Still a contender in this event, no doubt. Being shown back to 5th right now. Plow trucks back in the infield. Moments away from getting the green flag here at 284 laps. All right, pace led heading back in the pit area down to turn 4. Fans looking for the green flag. Watch your starter coming down the front stretch. And Rob, we're back at it.
Plows are off the track, Leo. We're back to green flag racing with a smooth track. Just like before, we've got some exciting racing up front. 88's currently on the point, but who's coming around them on the outside? It's on the back stretch. I can't see real clear, but that has got a great run going down the back.
Well, they're on strong here down to turn number 3. It's Terrell in the 88 machine. The Ecker Racing coming by again off turn number 4. Nicely bunched up coming down for another lap.
That's 12. I'm thinking that's Bernice that just went to the point. He's in the lead on the 12 sled.
Well, the number 12, Cam Vermage, making a run to the front, or trying to anyway right now. And we got some great battles taking place down the backstretch. Whole field looking good right now. Turn 3 is where the action is as we close in at lap number 287 coming by in just a moment.
I think most of these guys can go all the way to the checkers now with fuel and skis. So it's going to be who can hold on to them longest now.
Change in position right now. It looks like maybe Terrell is falling back in the 4th spot. Vermation, the 3rd's what we're showing right now. We'll double check that as I make their way off turns number 3 and 4 here at 287 laps. Troy DeWald back there in the 5th spot in the number 21. Brought us under a yellow early on. Everything's A-okay now.
I think as they run, those that are on the green flag right now, it's the number 12 on point, and I think Bernice is on that sled right now. Then I think it's Anthony Terrell in 2nd, and then I believe that is the 537 of Fouts that's running in 3rd. Now there's a whole lot of lappers or a whole lot of slow sleds in between them, so there's a lot of shaking going on.
That's a tight group coming around off 3 and 4 right now. These guys had to check up a little bit. That was side by side, and that's what we're paid to see to get in here today. But, well, I tell you what, they don't want to tear them up yet. We got 289 laps down in the record books. Making a move down the back straightaway. One of our drivers flying high on the outside right now. That's going to look like a second-place pass right here. We'll double-check that move coming off turn 4.
You're exactly right, Leo. That's the 537 that's moved himself into 2nd. 12 is on the point and running it down. The 537's moved into 2nd on the racetrack. And he's got about a 100-foot deficit. Let's see if he can gather that up on this lap and make a race of it down the front stretch.
Cam Vermage being shown up front right now in the number 12 machine, trailing in right now and trying to close the gap. He's had a good run all afternoon. That's Ryan Faust in the number 537. 1st and 2nd coming your way right now. And back there in the 3rd spot, that'll be the number 125 machine of Larry Young Jr. Carroll's 88 is faded back in the 4th spot. And running in our top 5 is Troy DeWald in the number 21.
Look at here, we might have a lead change coming. That 537 was able to gather up 12 in a big, big way that last lap. He's right on his snow flap. They're nose to tail going down the front stretch. It's a drag race. 12 still has it.
Yeah, Battle's heading down to turn number 1 right now at lap number 292. It's Faust really closing the gap now on Cam Vermage. Vermage is 12, leading by just a short distance. They've got the track to themselves down to turn number 3.
Here they go into 3 and 4. Nose to tail once again. It looks like maybe 537 was able to get just a little bit closer. Let's see if he's got the drive off of 4. He's pulling up the side. 12 still has it, but he's driving around the outside.
To the outside we go. Pass for the leader. We got a lead change down there. Return number 3 and 4. Ryan Faust gets it down on the outside. And now he's got the lead as they get down the back straightaway. And still Cam Vermage within striking distance, trying to regroup. Don't think it's going to happen in turn 3.
293 laps down Leo, and nose to tail, 1st and 2nd are battling like crazy on the lead lap. We've got 5 sleds on the lead lap. They've all ran 293 laps. The sleds are tired, the drivers are tired, the crews are tired, and this is some great racing.
Faust again back in the lead right now, and slowly he's pulling away as they come down the back straightaway.
We've got another race for position on the racetrack right now in 3rd and 4th. The number 88 sled and the 125 sled are nose to tail. 125, the Little Caesars entry, is trying to run down the Eckert Racing. We've got a great battle going on all over the racetrack.
The leader's coming down to home straightaway. Back here in a distant 3rd. We'll check things out. It's the 125 machine. coming by here for third and fourth right now. Carroll's 88. He's moved around now for the third position. Getting by the number 125 machine there of Larry Young Jr. Still showing back in fifth, Troy D. Walden, the number 21. Closing in with 100 to go real quickly. We're at lap number 295.
Boy, once 537 got in front of 12, that Fouts Racing sled really started putting it to them. They're almost a full straightaway and over a couple laps.
Down the back straightaway, action continues down as we look at things over down here in that third turn right now. 296 complete. Leader is getting after it real hard here as we are back to some clean racing.
Leo, I just got notified from race control. One of the rules in this racing is on a restart, you've got to wait till the flag stand before you can make a pass. The 88 sled, which was on the lead lap, led most of the last green flag run. They got penalized with a stop and go simply because they tried to pass before the flag stand.
Well, just something to keep an eye on right there. I just learned something myself, and that's the Terrell machine, the 88. And boy, what a heartbreaker right there. That's going to knock him out of contention right now for sure for the Terrell and the Wolfgang Racing team for Eckert Racing.
That puts them in fifth, one lap down. Now, they did come out on the track just slightly behind the 537. If he can run him down and maybe get himself back on the lead lap, that's going to be exciting. Right now, what they want, they need a yellow flag.
298 laps in the record books as we speak. Leader entering turn one unchallenged right now. Ryan Faust pulling away now and trailing way back in the second spot. Amber Macy in the number 12 machine trailing in third spot. That is the number 125, Larry Young Jr. Troy Dewald has advanced up to fourth position in the number 21. .300 laps in, fans. 100 to go. 3/4 of our race is now in the history books. You got to wonder right now if fatigue's going to play a factor on some of these race teams right now. We've been racing for 3 hours now. We got 300 in. We got 301 in the book. 99 laps to go. So anything can play a factor in this event.
Oh, looks like somebody's got his arm up. Is that going to be a yellow? It doesn't look like he can get around to the pits. Nope, there's a sled on the racetrack in 3 and 4. We're going to need a tow sled. Yellow's out. I think the number 88 sled just got their wish. They're going to get a lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. They really needed that. Well, 302 laps are now in the book. And boy, I tell you what, fans, we've been at it now since 9 o'clock this morning. 7 hours of fantastic racing here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds for the Noble Triple Crown Series. And another yellow is going to tighten up our field right now. And here's a tough break for the 88 crew. Stop and go took Terrell and the Wolfgang team out of contention for a moment. We got 97 laps left. He's fifth right now. Not sure how many laps down he is. Understand that was a stop and go for a jump start on that crew. So we're to double check on the monitors as we continue on in this event. Our pace sled setting the pace down the back straightaway. Two teams are coming. Well, actually, that's one team coming in. Safety workers are escorting we believe that's the 02 crew. He had his arm up, and he come to a dead stop up there in turns number 1 and 2. Leo, you're exactly right. as we mentioned earlier, on the restart in the last yellow, the 88 actually made a pass before the flag stand. That is a penalty. You got to wait till the flag stand before you pass any sleds on the track. What that did is caused a stop-and-go penalty for them. That stop-and-go penalty put them one lap down. Shortly thereafter, a yellow flag came out. Another rule to this series is if you are the leader a lap down, you get a lucky dog. You get your lap back when the yellow flag came out. So they are in fifth, back on the lead lap. So they got extremely lucky with the timing of that yellow.
Well, within our final 100 laps of racing, we see some teams coming down pit road. 304 laps to be exact is what we got in the record books right now. Wallfield coming around 2x2, coming off turn 4. Watch for the pace sled, maybe a sharp left. I think we're going green this time, Rob.
It sure does look like it, and 5:37 is setting the pace. 12's right behind him, 21's behind him. A couple rows back is that 88 sled. All 5 sleds are on the lead lap. They're all nose to tail. It's going to be great racing.
Underway down to turns number 1 and 2. Ryan Faust maintaining the lead, and looking on the outside. This could be a pass, and 2 passes taking place back here. Watch him go 2x2 down here in turn number 3 and 4, getting real dicey down here.
Boy, is it getting rough down there. As the laps progress, the track is really torn up. It's rough. All these guys are really bouncing around. We're going to see what sleds are set up and what drivers have got the best fitness to get themselves through this.
300. Trouble. Big time trouble down to turn 2. Wow.
One sled upside down. Look, both drivers are moving. They're up walking. It looks good, Leo. Is that the Beard Motorsports 22 sled? It kind of looks like it.
Yes, it is. And 3 of them down the bottom. You know, Rob, you kind of had to wonder. It's been a fast restart the past couple of times. We're inside 100 laps, and things are getting real dicey. They're looking at that scoreboard knowing full well they're on their last tank of fuel, I would assume, right now. But these guys are starting to mix it up right now. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long day. And, boy, these guys were just 2 and 3 wide coming down to turn number 1 and 2, and those things are bound to happen.
Well, and as you said, as we get closer to the end of the race, they start smelling the checkered flag. So they start pushing it a little bit harder. These drivers are fatigued. It's been a long day. This is not a sprint race. Some of these guys have been out there for 150 or 200 laps, which could mean over an hour of hard physical fitness. We're going to see the track is really, really rough right now. These guys have got to put the lines perfect and make the sled go fast.
Well, did you see Joey Birch in the 80, make that the 22 machine? Giving some signals to the pit crew on the inside. He's continuing on. He's got that machine hooked up, so good to see him A-OK. All the drivers panning out okay with that incident. 3 sleds colliding down here in turn number 1 and 2.
Leo, we're going to go back to a replay, and we're going to call this a little bit of an accident. This is the first I'm going to see it on the replay. Looks like the Joey Birch just kind of slid sideways. Somebody tapped him in the rear, and then the guy in the third place.
Joey Birch coming into the pits right now.
He's
directly in front of us in the blue number 22 crew with Beard Motorsports. Well, he's going to hop off that machine and let the pit crew go right to work. I'm not sure of damage from this angle. He did make another lap around the speedway right now, so all eyes on that pit crew right now as they continue to go to work, and he's back underway.
Our flag worker's back in the middle of the track. He's running on a double file restart. It looks like the pace sled getting ready to pull off. You know what that means, Leo? That means they're going green flag racing right away. This is going to be quite the restart. We've got 5:37 Fouts on the pole. 21 right to his outside. 88, one roll back. That's first, second, third. Nose to tail. 21 jumps out to the lead. We'll see if he makes it stick.
Attrition's starting to take a toll out here. We've lost a few of our riders in this 400-lap event as we're working lap 309 right now. Backstretch looking good. Everybody running nicely as they come down into turns number 3 and 4 right now. This will bring us up to lap number 310 this time by as they come off turn 4.
First, second, and third, Leo, are nose to tail going down the front stretch. We have got an incredible race. 310 laps in the book. These guys are really putting it to it. We're going to see who's got the best setup, the best bump handling, and we're going to see what sleds can handle the last 90 laps.
Well, Troy DeWald was not a factor the last 50 laps or so. Right now, he's maintaining the number 1 spot in the black number 21, a position he held earlier this afternoon in this event. And here he comes leading the troops down the front straightaway. And he's being followed right now by Ryan Thompson, the number 537. So things getting mixed up here in the early part of this, lap number 300 is where we're at. 311 is where we are right now.
You know, here's the funny part, Leo. 1 and 2, both have crashed already in this race. And they're leading this race again.
Good call. Both drivers had their share of trouble early on in this event. They brought us on the yellows, and right now they're fighting it out for the lead and possible in that lap number 312 here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds.
It's amazing the pace these sleds are still able to run. 312 laps in, less than 90 to go. It's going to be a great finish, Leo.
Well, we're up on our feet watching the action right now, and we're getting excited right now as well. Joey Bird's trying to unlap himself. We got him scored in 7th position right now in the number 22, but he's making these guys work for a position as well. So Troy DeWald in the 21 machine. Checking out right now for as we are at lap number 313 in the scheduled 400-lap event. Ryan Faustell going back in the 2nd spot. Maintaining the 3rd spot. It's the 88 crew, the Tyrrell Wolfgang ride. Back in our top 5 again here in this 400-lap event. Watching him make May, maintaining the 3rd spot at the moment. Maybe 4th, it looks like. Followed by the number 12, Cam Vermeesh in the 12 machine, running back in the 5th.
It looks like there's a lead change or a position change. The 125 just went around the 88 on the backstretch. That puts the 125 Little Caesar sled into 3rd position, moves the 88 off the podium back to 4th. We got some digging to do. If we put the camera on these sleds going into 4 or going into 3, it is incredibly rough. I don't know how bad you can see the drivers moving, but these bumps are just jamming into their spine.
Vanessa right now, I'd say it's a lot of the main name of the game right now as we are at lap number 316 this time. First and second starting to check out from the field slightly now. First and second. And then running back into our 3rd position. It's going to be the number 125 team. That is going to be the Larry Young Jr. crew holding on to the 3rd spot, followed by the Tyrrell Racing in the number 4, along with Cam Vermeesh in the number 12.
Currently, Leo, we've got officially 4 sleds that have scratched out of the race. The number 10 or the number 19 of Cody Bauer and Tyler Nichols have scratched out. The number 34 of Dan Mackey and Kyle Rowe have scratched out. The 02 of Jay Middlestan and Jake Beer has scratched out. And the number 31 of the Meyer brothers, they have scratched out. 4 sleds have officially scratched out of the race. That doesn't make it any less of a race. We got a battle going on up front here.
Well, leaders, we're watching them race fairly close down here at the north end of our race course. Both drivers looking good. Here we go. Oh, they got a challenge coming off turn number 4. And this will bring us down the front stretch to complete lap number 319 right now. Ryan Faust taking a look on the inside. Didn't find anything happening down there. He's holding back behind our leader right now. Yes, we can make their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And they got quite a gap separating first and second all the way back to third and fourth. Well, that battle's starting to tighten up down there in that second turn. I thought for a moment maybe Troy DeWalt lifted. He may have hit a rough spot down in turn 2. He was able to get it going again here, and now that gap's only a few feet away from first back to second spot. We're coming up to lap number 321. Less than 80 to go, fans.
Leo, look at this on the backstretch. We're side-by-side race, and we're going to have a lead change, I think. It looks like there was a little tiny bit of bobble out of the 21 coming out of turn 2. That enabled the 537 of Ryan Fouts to go around him. Coming down the front stretch, there's a new leader. It's the 537, Ryan Fouts.
We got less than 80 laps to go, and right now these guys up in front, they're racing like it's 5 to go right now. So a torrid pace set up front between our two leaders, and Faust for the moment fading a little bit behind our leader right now. DeWald still running up towards the front of things right now. He's had a great afternoon so far.
That was the small mistake the 537 was looking for. That one little mistake, it gave him the bobble. He was able to pull up alongside, and holy cow, is he putting a drive-by. Uh-oh, the 21 looks like it's off the pace. He's slowing. He's got engine problems.
We may be seeing the 21 coming to the pits. Fancy is slowing down in turn 2. Well, it was a two-man race. They erupted quickly. And we'll be watching him, it looks like, come down pit road here in just a moment. So now it's all Ryan Faust maintaining the lead. And he's going to go by pit road.
You know what's happened is that 21 sled, they run their EFI system out front. The airbags is in the very front of the sled. With these conditions, a lot of stuff can get into that motor, and it's causing that motor to hiccup. Everybody else runs a traditional setup with the carburetors in the back. That EFI out front, with these conditions, I think it's starting to haunt them.
That little incident cost him a lot of time on the leader right now. They were fairly close together, and now the gap's even bigger now at lap number 324 as they come down out of turn number 4. Ryan Faust continues to be our runner-up in front in the number 125. And right now, I don't see no traffic in front of him for probably the next 5 or 6 laps.
We've still got 5 sleds on the lead lap, Leo. The 125 is running in 5th place. Excuse me, the 12 of Cam Verniche is running in 5th place. Then up in 4th is the 88 sled of Eckert Racing, and I believe that is Isaac Wolfgang on the sled. Then in 3rd is the Troy DeWald, the Arctic Cat. It looks like he was able to get that motor clean back out. He's back close to pace. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold it the whole race. And then our 2nd place runner is Larry Rung on the 125 Little Caesar sled. Out front is Ryan Faust on the 537 Polaris Axis.
327 laps up on the scoreboard right now. Less than 75 to go. Everybody's settling down right now as they, I'm sure they're noticing right now how many laps are to go as they glance over to the infield to see that scoreboard right now. So maybe some of these guys got their fingers crossed for a late yellow flag right now. As the 537 machine continues to run up front, Ryan Faust. And again coming by, Larry Young Jr. in the number 125. Finally getting up in the second. He's been quiet most of the afternoon.
We might have a race for position developing right here. The number 12 sled is catching up to that 88. That's for 4th and 5th. 12 doesn't want to settle for 5th. He's trying to drive down the 88 right now.
Lap number 330 coming up this time around. Troy Dewald being scored back there into the third position right now. $70 laps to go, race fans. 70 to go. Second place in a 125, Larry Young Jr. Making his way down, well behind our race leader. And there is our leader right now, taking us to lap number 331. Ryan Faust in the number 537 machine. Out a big lead right now. Second place is running alone down there in turn number 1 and 2 right now. Looking at the gap down the backstretch. Yeah, it's a little more in a straightaway right now. So some of these guys going to need a lot of help out here as we close in with less than 70 laps to go. Well, coming by next in position right here, Larry Young Jr., the 125. Here's our third place machine, the black number 21, Troy Dewald. Should be seeing the 88 come by next, the Andrew Terrell, Isaac Wolfgang machine. There they are in the 88. Cam Formation, the number 12. We'll be seeing him scooting by here in just a little bit. That's our fifth place rider.
Larry, we had a position change. It looked like the 12 got around the 88. That's fourth and fifth, and 12's running fourth. The 88 looks like he's settling for fifth. Maybe he's going to make a dive on him.
Yeah, it looks like it was for fourth and fifth right there, Rob.
Uh-oh, we got an issue with our leader. 537 is pulled off to the side. He's going slow. He's going to try to make it to the pits. He's got an issue. He's driving around the outside nice and slow. Let's see what happens. He does not need fuel. I could see his gas tank. It sounded like the sled was running on one.
Well, that's a terrible break for the leader. He had a dominating lead right now at lap number 334. We should be seeing him pull it down on pit road here in a moment. We're going to see if it's going to keep him in the pits or if he can make his way back out at lap number 334.
That's going to put number 125 in the lead, Larry Young. Right behind him is the 21 of the Dewald sled. I believe that is Austin Leak on the sled right now, trying to make first and second happen. Here comes the 537. It's right out our front window. Let's see what they're doing. They don't look like they're moving very fast, Leo. That does not look like a good thing. I think they must have had an engine issue.
You know, Rob, they're in no hurry down here, so they're that's going to be a serious work on that machine. That's going to take him out of contention in this event. And he had a huge lead build up. He's had a great weekend so far with us here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds for the Noble Triple Crown Series. This brings us up to Larry Young now, leading the way around over Troy Dewald in the number 21. So again, we mentioned attrition taking a toll here on our field right now. They're still battling the elements down here in turn 4.
We got quite a battle going on for first and second. 125 and 21 are nose to tail. That's our leaders. I think that's Austin Leak on the 21 really trying to make a battle. It's hard to tell between Austin and Ryan. They both wear similar outfits. I know Ryan Spencer's working his tail off to make that work as well.
Well, their battle's a good one right now. They're just inches away right now as they come down out of turn number 4. This will bring us to lap number 338. Well, you guys just manhandling their machines right now. Larry Young looking back. He hears footsteps behind him. He's going to hold on to the front spot right now. The 21 with Austin Leak at the wheel, at the driving helm of that machine. Holding on to second, trailing now by just a few feet, coming down the back straightaway.
And here comes our third and fourth positions right now.
up at third and fourth with Cam Vermeesh in the number 12 and Andrew Terrell driving the number 88. Race showing right now as they come down out of turn number 2. So 2 different packs of racers out here right now. We're watching 4 of them head down to turn 3 on the backstretch at the moment. Yeah, one sitting alone by himself on the backstretch. And we got 3 of them coming down the backstretch now. All the action coming to 3 and 4 right now at lap number 341. Moving up in the 5th position. That's going to be the 7 crew. Luke Krentz, Matt Town, advancing their way up the 5th spot. They had fallen way back there for a while. So right now, unofficially, we got that black 7 from Interlochen, Michigan, running up into our top 5 at the moment. Larry Young continues to lead in that 125 machine. And we just got corrected on that. Taking it up front now, that's going to be the 21.
And Austin I just got word that I think that is Ryan Spencer on the 21. He's putting in a ferocious drive right now. He was able to take that lead back over from 125, and now he was able to shake out the gremlins in the engine, and he's moving forward. .343 laps now into the record books, closing in to our final few laps in this event. Got a little bit to be up, but boy, we watched the attrition take a toll already on several runners in the past hour or so. There goes the 21 up on its side. That was our leader. Yellow's out. That was our leader crash on lap 344 with only 56 laps to go. Our leader crashes, tips it up on its side. The rider's back up. He's getting it running. Things look like he's okay, but that does not put him in the lead.
Well, at the moment, unofficially, our leader is still going to be Larry Young Jr. in the number 125. We'll have an official rundown for you coming up here in just a bit.
Yeah, I think that's Ryan Spencer. He came by at a slower pace. I could read the number or the name on the back of his jersey. And he put a heck of a ride in, and unfortunately, he was the one that tumbled it. He had the lead going in.
Well, we're believing Ryan Spencer, like Rob mentioned, at the wheel of the Cataract Racing number 21 machine. Gaines, Michigan, the hometown for the Articat racer. Articat, Speedworks, Woody's.
We've got three of the top 4 sleds have all pulled into pit on this yellow right now. It looks like I can see the 88 out my front window. They're changing skis. They got the back of the sled up. Looks like they're doing a little work to the back of the sled. They're definitely changing riders right now as well. We've got a total of 55 laps to go. The 125 sled is back out and running. Here goes the 12 sled. Let's see if the 88 sled can get out in time to be able to stay on that lead lap. Yes, they did, and it looks like that might be DeWald that got on the 21 sled, and I think the 21 sled was able to stay on the lead lap even with the incident, the tumble that caused the yellow. If that's the case, we've got some 18 riders out there about to make a 55-lap sprint. It's going to be a battle, Leo.
Well, we're winding down, like you said.
They're going 2 by 2 right now.
Oh,
These guys that just came out of the pits, they caught up to the field barely. It's time to go. It's go time. We're going green.
Well, off to a clean start, and with the laps remaining right now, it's going to be a strategy game coming up here before long on who is going to be the one to do their homework the best, I would say. I don't know if we can go caution-free the rest of the way or not on this one here. But we're off to a good start down in turn 3 and 4.
I think these guys are really pushing the envelope. They're all driving extremely hard right now, trying to make things happen. Right now, oh, we got another tumble down the front stretch. That is the 21 sled. Tumbles hard. Tips it and rolls the sled. I don't think that sled's coming back.
That was a hard flip.
There's pieces all over the track, Leo. The rider's up, the rider's safe, the rider's fine, but that sled must have turned over at least 15 times. There's pieces all over the track. I just saw the rider, Leo. He just did the we're out of the race area.
Well, Rob, behind us here, we got the replay monitor. What a flip. If we can get that turned back again. I saw the last part of that flip. I didn't see what initially took place to get it started. Here we go.
Oh, he just caught a groove, Leo.
He did.
You know, that's part of the trouble is these guys come out fresh as brand new drivers. They don't know the grooves that have taken place in the racetrack. And look at that sled. How many times is that tumbling? I think I lost track. I don't have enough fingers.
Same here. I'm going to be using my toes. Here we go. Oh, wow, what a flip. Maybe you fans downstairs can get a replay of that. Can they see this downstairs also? All right. Fans, you're looking at the monitor downstairs. You're seeing what we're seeing up here in the booth right now. What a tumble. That's the worst wreck of the afternoon so far. The entire weekend.
But, you know, the great part is look at the driver. He's just nice and calm. He's sliding across the racetrack. No issues at all with the driver. He was able to get up. No problem. You know, they make new parts for these snowmobiles every day, but we need these drivers.
We sure do. Yeah, another look right there. Wow, what a flip. You got to send it in to ESPN. They'd like that. Well, cleanup crew doing their usual fantastic job for us down here in turn number 4. We're going to come up to lap number 350, it looks like. It'll be a 50-lap shootout. Kind of wondering what the strategy is going to be here. We're going to have to keep figuring this one out right now. That 21 crew, they've had a rough past half hour, I would say. Turn 4 has not been good to that crew in the past half hour on that 21 team. They've had driver changes. They've had spin-out trouble. They got over the embankment. And that was the worst of it all right there with that huge flip. Don't forget, race fans, we start to wind down the afternoon. We are 50 laps away from the finish. Again, a hats off to our fine sponsors for this series event. Michigan Cat, White Pine Lodge. We've got a Woody's. We've got MMR, Mobile Medical Response, Rucker Motorsports, Central Motorsports, Greens Towing and Recovery, Higgins and Associates, Mount Pleasant, Oahu in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, BIC out of Wisconsin, Brainerd Industrial Center, Sand Life also listed along with Midwest Recycling Solutions, Geldosi Oil Company from Rosebush, Noble Graphics along with Fairgrove Oil and Propane from Fairgrove, Michigan. And our food vendors. Boy, I tell you what, they got some great food going around here up in smoke. They've been smoking it up down here off the north end of our grandstands. Kebab Stop. They're selling some great burgers and French fries as well. They're down in the infield. Kettle Corn. Their corn smells really good. Little Caesars Pizza also on board with us here this weekend as well. And as we are working lap number 351, fans, keep in mind, our vendor's been here all weekend long. We hope you had a chance to get some merchandise, not just check things out. Maybe take home a warm jacket, a sweater, a T-shirt. The Nobo store has been wide open all weekend long as well. Our bar is open for your convenience down below as well. Soft drinks on the premises. All the good stuff available. We're going to stick around a little bit when the show is over with. So part of us, part of our crew, well, I'm sure we're going to probably venture down there as well. And it's going to be 48 laps to go this time around. Our pace sled taking it deep in turn 4 down to the infield. All right, here we go, getting set. Watch your starter down here at the end of the home stretch. 2, 4, 6, 7 machines left, and here we go. Oh, and a pass to the inside, and I'm not sure if he jumped. We're going to double check. Leader yet, Larry Young Jr. in the number 125. He may be fading a little bit. Kind of loads the track a little bit on the back straightaway. Regrouping now for 3rd and 4th. They're real tight racing down there in that 3rd turn right now. The front runners are all coming by here as they make their way down off turn number 4. The 88 crew, the Terrell Racing Team, trying to advance back towards the front of the field. We start at 15. We're down to 7 now. 7 of our racers in the contention yet with 47 laps to go. Field coming on by here again as they make their way up turn 4. Everybody kind of scooting away from each other. Trying to be real cautious with that track down here with turn number 4.
One thing's for sure, you cannot predict the outcome of one of these races. Just a few laps ago, the 88 was off pace, going backwards. A yellow, a driver change. We're back up front. Quite a change in racing.
They made some nice adjustments down there. I saw a ski change taking place down there. So I tell you stick around long enough, anything can happen in these events. I'm learning that just by being here this weekend.
One, two, three, run nose to tail on the racetrack. There's about 100 feet separating all 3 of them. We got a great race. This track is full of ruts. It's full of bumps. Whatever driver's got the fitness to be able to hold on and keep it upright going through here. We saw some of the best drivers all day long tip over. That 21 sled went on its side earlier.
Well, right now it's all man versus machine here as we are less than 50 laps from the finish of this 400-lap endurance race. And fans, we got things going at 9 o'clock this morning. We've been here all day. These guys got to be fatigued. There's been driver changes. We got a driver coming down pit road right now.
That's the 22 sled. That's our local favorite of Joey Birch and Michael Haynes. They're pulling in the pits. Now, they were a couple laps down, so maybe they're going to make a small change and use this for some testing.
Well, we're going to find out. They've been in the pits a couple times earlier this afternoon in this 400-lap event. Right now, he's pulling down in front of us here in the infield. That's a stop and go right there, fans. I'm going to double check. Okay, that is a penalty there. He had to come in. Little pass and go, jumping before the start, we're told. And so, like I said, we got him a few laps down.
Same penalty. I think the 88 was assessed earlier on in the day for the same situation. So every once in a while, these drivers kind of lose their mind and forget the rules. That's turning out to be a great run for that 22 sled. He is able to get himself back into the top 5 today. He's been digging all day long with a couple sled issues early on, and they're making it happen right now. Watch the line choice, the 22. When he comes back around here, watch his line choice going into 1 and 2 versus the guy right in front of him. The one right in front of him is running low. It's bumpy. 22's going high. It's smooth sailing.
He's spent about a good 100 laps racing back to a 7th and 8th spot. Here he is in front of us, the Joey Birch machine, giving a signal to the infield. I'm not sure what... he said hello to somebody, didn't he?
I think he said hello. You know, interestingly enough, I think his glove was stuck.
Middle finger salute's what we call that.
Sometimes you'll have that.
Oh, he's coming in.
What's this one for?
Must be he's got a cold finger.
I'm betting he was a little bit maybe too fast on pit road. Sometimes you'll have that brake side hand, that middle finger gets awful warm. He's gonna get a little talking to. There he goes. Do. There's our race director. That's a little more than a stop and go. 60-second park job. I'm thinking next time he waves, he's going to use all 5 fingers.
I would say so, too. I guess that's why they call us a family sport, don't they?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm not sure the protest is going to work down here. He's going to lose more time in the pit area. We just mentioned he was a top 5 machine again, and that's going to take him right out of there.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's going to lose his top 5 position. He's going to fall back to 6. Probably about 7 laps down now. Well, we got the 88 still leading the action right now at lap number 352 coming up. It'll be, well, he'll take it to 353 now.
$363 laps in the book. That's a pretty exciting time. 88 out of Gaylord, Michigan is leading the race right now. Under 40 to go. Let's see if he can hold on and make it happen. There's down to, we had quite a bit of attrition. Less than half of the sleds left are on the track. So let's see if we can maintain it and keep this going. 12 and 125, second and third are nose to tail. They're all on the same straightaway.
Well, the Ecker Racing crew leading this event right now. They brought quite a team with them down there. First class operation, just like everyone else down here in the pit area. And they've had some downfalls earlier, we mentioned. You fans got to witness that with the stop and go he had about an hour ago in the pit area. Right now, everything's paying off, and he could just be smooth out here. He's got the lead yet in the number 88.
Looks like the number 7 sled, he's swinging his hand. It looks like he might be talking to his pits. Right? Yep, we do. We have a caution on the track.
Well, the afternoon's going to be over with for Joey Birch and crew with the Beard Motorsports. Unsportsmanlike conduct, reason for the yellow. They tried to get his attention to get him off the race course. And our attention was focused up on front for most of the, since the last yellow flag. So you can see him pulling his machine down here. He's already off the machine and time to cool off a little bit. Maybe go home, take a hot shower. But his afternoon's all over with. Tough break for the Rosebush, Michigan driver. And I'll tell you, this morning they look real good out here this afternoon. They got a preliminary victory earlier.
You know, they did, and, you know, it's a tough scenario. I understand all fronts. Clearly, we've got to side with the race director, and these drivers get awful emotional as the race goes on. You know, he got a stop-and-go penalty. I'm sure something else transpired, and he was a little upset with the call made, but if he would have just accepted the call, he'd still be in the top 5. So, unfortunately, that's kind of the things that happen, and we need to keep it straight.
And, of course, local favorite by that standard as well, so... Well, our racers coming down the front straightaway under a caution. I see some heads turning up at the scoreboard. They're trying to figure out their strategy right now.
watched it, did it? It looks like it.
I figured that was Joey. I'm not sure my name's in the back of this. Of course, he's the local guy around here, you know. That was family, good crew, and Mark Barrett, he's a big oil man in Mount Pleasant. He's down to Daytona, he just bought a NASCAR team.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. I guess I'll let him know more time to coach him. Well, we're watching the machine, our field here, getting a little smaller right now, Rob.
It sure is. You know, that's the funny thing about this racing is they typically go through a few sleds on the first 100 laps and the last 100 laps. That's what we've developed right now. We're down to a 2x2 start. It looks like it's going to go green. We're going to see how this turns out. Let's see. We got 88 in the lead, 12, 125 right behind him. First, second, and third are nose to tail. Let's see how this works out. 12 was able to jump out on the 88 on this one. Earlier on, 88 had the race won. There is 32 laps to go. Let's see if he can make something happen on that 12.
Well, we started the race with 15 racers early on, and we're down to 6 now. So a lot of racers falling by the wayside in this 400-lap event. Another lap in the books right here, fans.
You know, we said all day the 400 laps, it's coming down to rider fitness. The rider out front is the oldest guy in the field, John Bosick. He's amazing.
Been around a while from what they tell me. Well, the number 12, Bosick, got a nice lead right now as they come down off turn number 2, and the field settled down a little bit. Nobody within striking distance of anybody right now with 30 laps to go, so this one winding right down. Been a long day.
Sure has. It's a long day, 30 to go. First, second, and third are nose to tail. We're going to see how this sorts out. It's going to sort itself out on the racetrack.
Well, second and third, kind of within each other's grasp right now. With 371 laps down into the record books, they faded behind our leader right now. He's got a nice sized lead as he paces the field coming down out of turns number 3 and 4. Trying to stay out of the low groove right now. There's nothing but probably looks like a bunch of mud down that area. The 88 crew running up into second.
That's exactly right. Down low, there's dirt. Up high, there's a lot of snow. There's a real fine line on where to run right now, and you got to put your ski exactly on those marks. When you do it, you can make a huge gain. When you don't, you can make a huge loss.
372 laps in the books. Drivers being real patient down this end as they come down for another lap with Bosick in the 12 machine leading the way around, and here comes the 88 crew. Ecker Racing, they're closing in, it looks like now.
I almost think that he let Bosick go. Let him run out there and do a little sprint. Now he's just sitting back and pacing himself. There's still a little over 25 laps to go. Plenty of time to make this happen. He's sitting in second, about 50 feet behind him. He's not quite on a snow flap yet, but he's gaining.
Time for a little cat and mouse now, as we'll call this one.
Boy, these guys are both able to hit their marks perfect. Every time they do that, it's gathering up. But I tell you what, there's a spoiler coming into the show. That 125 sled, he is coming into third, and he's just gathered up 88 in a big, big way that last turn.
Well, right now, things tightening up behind our leader just a little bit back here. As we come up to lap number, it'll be 375 this time. Bosick in the 12 continuing his run up front, and we got 25 laps to go.
Now we're down to a sprint race, Leo. We've been here for 375. It's down to a sprint race at 25. Somebody's going to have to dig deep. It's all about heart now.
I guess if anybody's got anything to show on our leader, now's the time to do it. We're coming up to 24 laps to go right now. So Bosick in that number 12 machine. Here he comes. His lead right now is right around half a straightaway. Down the back straightaway, the number 12 machine enjoying a nice size lead again. A while back here, about 5 or 6 laps to go, it was a tight battle there, but things have broken down here a little bit for the leader. He's been able to pull away on that number 12 machine.
You know what he's doing? He's hitting his marks every lap. He's not going out into the high spot and spinning going down the front. He's able to hit his marks, keep his skis right where he wants them, and he's putting down some strong laps.
23 laps remain in this 400-lap event here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds. Race fans, keep in mind, we'll be back here for the final series in 2 weeks, February 23rd, 24th, and the 25th. Lap number 378 now in the book. 22 remain.
One, two, and three run exactly that way on the racetrack. They're about a full straightaway from first to third, and sitting right in the middle is the number 2 spot. It's Polaris, and Polaris running 1, 2, and 3. Let's see how this sorts out. We're going to have 21 to go when he goes by.
Looking at our scoreboard right now, do you think fuel is going to play a factor in this event or no?
You know what, Leo? Let me check the sleds when they come by. We can see these fuel tanks. I don't think so. I think they pitted with plenty of time left, but let's see what they say when they come by.
Well, what's with our leader? I think he's slowing down, isn't he? We got trouble. Or he's got trouble. No correction.
I see about a half a tank in our leader. And I see about 2 inches in our third place. I think our third place has got plenty. I could not get a beat on 88 on how much fuel he's got.
20 to go, race fans. 380 in the books. Got the Matt Town number 7 running into nobody near him right now. He's being scored in 4th position. He's got turns 1 and 2 auto himself right now.
My eyes deceive me a lot, Leo, but I can't see any gas in that 88 sled.
It's been a long day right now. My eyes are going crazy myself here. 19 to go, we know that. Well, John Bosick continuing to lead the way in the number 12 machine. If a lady lucks on his side, this race could belong to him with 18 laps remaining here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds. Well, for sure, it's a race of endurance right now with less than 20 to go.
We're down to 17 to go, and currently first to second is 2.8 seconds. I'm going to keep track of that, Leo, and see if that is gaining or losing.
That's a good idea. I was going to look at the monitor. Our monitors haven't been really cooperating with us too much, so we're relying on what you got right now. And here is our leader right now in the number 12 machine, the 88 Becker Racing. They're back there in the second spot. I'm not sure they're going to gain much ground, but we'll keep an eye on that battle.
It's down to 2.2 seconds. He was able to shave a half a second off that lap, Leo. If that continues, we're going to have us a race.
We got 16 to go, so this one's not over yet. And with my eyes, looks like the gap is kind of closed up a little bit.
Based on the timing, that was half a second last lap. Let's see if he's able to do it again this lap. Just like NASCAR, catching him one thing, passing is another.
That's right. There's a lot of racetrack here, fans, and they've used every bit of it here this afternoon.
He peeled off another 2/10. He's within 2 seconds of the leader right now. The leader's about to catch a slow sled. Let's see how he's going to get by him. If that slow sled causes him any havoc, there may or not be issues.
Well, right now the excitement most of the day has been right here, folks, down between turn 3 and 4. Trying to find the right groove the second half of the afternoon. Bossik's going to close up on the 7 of Matt Town from Interlochen. He's moved up to 4th spot now. Oh, that's close contact, and, well, they're going to get away with that one down here.
Another 2 seconds, Leo. It's 1.8.
It's getting shorter.
3 laps ago, he was 2.6. He's down to 1.8. He's picking up about 0.2 a lap. There's 14 laps to go. 0.2 a lap, 14 laps. He's right there. Can he get by him, though?
I'm excited. This is getting exciting for us all up here.
.4 that time. Let's see what he can do with this lapper. There's a lapper between them, so he's got to get by him clean, and he's got to be able to run that 12 down.
Oh, the 88's got to contend with the 7.
Oh, he drove upside.
Oh,
cost a lot of time. He tried to get in the snow. That's going to hurt.
That may have done it right there. Well, I tell you what, I don't know if he can make that up right now. We're closing in with 12 laps to go. You know, that's got to hurt a little bit.
He gave it all back. He's 3.2 now. Just trying to get around that lapper. That lapper's in his way, and he can't get around him. Same thing. Up in the snow, goes backwards.
2 laps in a row, that's been happening back there. And look at that gap right now, folks. That's almost uncatchable unless we have a late caution. I don't see it happening right now. Could be wrong, though. Well, the 88 crew trying to get around the 7 on Matt Town. 2 laps in a row down to turn 2, and it did not work. And that's a lot of real estate he lost on our leader right now. He'll try it again coming off turn number 2 down the backstretch, but that gap's really increased. We are coming up to our final 10 laps this time around.
Yep, it came down to real experience with Johnny Bosek. Was able to get around that lapper at a much quicker pace than the 88 was. This lapper's really been holding the 88 back, and it's putting him just seconds behind. Unfortunately, that 7 sled is right in the 88's way.
Well, we still got the number 125 machine being scored in the 3rd place. He's had a great afternoon for Larry Young and the crew on that machine.
You remember you said earlier when Bosek went around the 7 sled, it got pretty close? There's experience. He made it happen and got by him in a hurry. The 88's been stuck behind him, and he's going backwards because of it.
That was kind of fun to watch.
He's got to run finally, but 7 keeps closing him off. There he got him, fight him. Now, what do we got? 9 to go? 9 to go in a straightaway. Leo, it's going to take a Herculean effort.
It's going to take it's got to be a yellow. Not that we want to see a yellow right now, but he's lost a lot of ground right now. That's the lead right now is almost uncatchable with the 8 laps to go right now. Of course, no one out here wants to, well, the leader don't want to see a yellow. 8 to go this time by.
Eight to go, 9 seconds down. He needs a second a lap to catch him.
Well, less than 10 laps to go. We were calling the action. That was going to be a close one here, but boy, when he got around that 7 machine, things really changed. He spent too much time back here, and it didn't do him any good. He got cut off a couple times on the backstretch.
He peeled off a full second. We've got 7 to go, but he's got 8 seconds he's got to peel off. If he does a second a lap, he's going to be about 1 or 2 second deficit.
7 laps to go.
Race.
And here's our leader, folks. John Bosik in the number 12. Full straightaway and then some in front of our second place in the 88 machine.
Leo, another second. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. I don't know if there's enough time.
Just maybe if we added on another 5 to 10 laps, we'd see something different, but I don't think we're going to do that today.
I think 400 might be enough.
I
don't think we need 405, but I think 88 wants 405.
Winding down, folks. Handful of laps to go.
Leo, 2.5 that lap.
Oh, it's getting close. he's definitely got the faster machine right now, but boy, I'm looking at that scoreboard, and I just don't see enough laps yet, at the moment yet coming up.
There's 5 laps, and he's 6 seconds down. He's doing a second a lap. Let's see how bad this 67 holds up our 12. If that bobbles him, that may help. 12 goes up high. He's in the snow. He's slowing down. That's going to give the 88 a run.
Boy, he's still back there. It's definitely helping him a little bit with 4 laps to go. And right now for the leader, there's absolutely no traffic in front of him. It's going to be a long time before he catches the next rider to put him a lap down, and I don't think we got enough time.
4 to go. 3 to go.
3:97 down, race fans.
3 to go, 4 seconds behind. He's been gaining a second a lap. He's about 2 laps short, Leo.
Those 2 bobbles really hurt him. We all know that. We watched it happen a while back here in this event, but can you imagine what would have happened here had he not bobbled a couple times and they were working the lap traffic? My goodness. And look at him chop away at the seconds are coming down. 2 to go, race fans.
I hope he can see him, and I hope he can drive it, because he just picked off 2 seconds on that lap. There's 3.9.
Less than 10 laps to go. That was a more than a straightaway deficit. He's chopped that away big time here coming down. We're going to see the white flag come out this time around.
One thing's for sure. I know that number 12, he's not going to bobble. That guy's got so much experience. Johnny Bosek's been around forever, and he's got great experience. Their white flag lap. A little over 4 seconds, Leo.
Under a lap to go. Time running out. It's not going to happen, fans. Sure was fun to watch, though. Year later, down there in turn number 3 and 4, fans. Rob, they're coming home.
Yes, they are. Coming out of turn 4, it's number 12. It's John Bosek and the Vermeesh team. He's coming around, checkered flag. Gets through it. Here comes 88. He's going to take checker flag for second. That's an awesome run for these guys. And ways back, about a half a lap down, is our third place, number 125. We had 3 sleds on the same lap after 400 laps.
That's amazing, because I tell you what, early on, I kind of lost track a little bit. It's a good thing we kind of got the monitors up here and everything, and you're up here displaying what's going on your end of the microphone. But, boy, 400 laps has now come to a close, and 6 racers out of 15 finishing 400. Great laps of racing here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds. And tell us a little about the winner, John Bosek. We'll pick on him for a moment.
You know, John Bosek comes out of Minnesota. That's a great team, and I know that he's teamed up with Vermeesh. That's some old-time racers for the Enduro circuit around Michigan. Michigan is kind of got a unique form of snowmobile racing, and Bosek and Vermeesh, those are 2 stables in the name of it. So it's really exciting to see them get a win on their Polaris. In second place, out of Gaylord, Michigan, the Eckert Racing Team, with Andrew Terrell and Isaac Wolfgang. It was a great race. They dug hard. The drivers are really upset. There's nothing worse than getting second place. Those guys are really bumming, but hey, that was a great effort by them. In third place, the 125 of Larry Young and Brian Ball. What a great effort they put in. All day long, they were just kind of the sleeper sitting back. They stayed on the lead lap, kept clicking it away. That puts 3 Polarises on the podium. What a great race.
You know, we've seen frustration in all forms of auto racing. I'm more familiar on the stock car circuit, and I've seen Andrew Terrell, Isaac Wolfgang, in their own rides at the various dirt tracks around the state of Michigan. We know the frustration. We're seeing it down here right now, but heads up, guys. Chins up. Great performance. You chopped away. We're keeping track up here. Rob was on the clocks up here and just ran out of time. And great finish, though. Got to be proud of that.
He sure did. You know, it was exciting to watch the 88 sled early on today. A couple of the green flag runs, they had the field covered pretty hard. I think with a couple laps to go, it might have been a different race. Or more importantly, if they'd have caught the lapper in a different way, it would have been a different story. That 7 really held up the 88 for quite a while, put him in some snow and cost him a little bit of time, because I think before that he was making a charge. He was
making a great charge, and we all of us watching that when they're right there. And so the finish, we don't know what would have happened, but we just know there was a lot of time lost. 2 laps in a row on the backstretch coming off turn number 2. The Terrell and Wolfgang team getting run up high a little bit. So, hey, we watched John Bosick pull away. Well-deserved victory. Congratulations to everybody. Right now our winner carrying the checker flag. He's down in turn 3. Should be joining us down here in the winner's circle in probably a couple of minutes or so. He's going to enjoy that victory lap.
You know, the neat part about this form of racing is there's multiple drivers, and it's always fun to see all those drivers climb on the same sled and make their victory lap. You know, today was a long day. The Bosick team must have done an excellent job. Early on, they had a couple engine burbles, and they were able to get through it. That sled ran flawless. And more importantly, the last stretch of green flag racing, that driver ran flawless. He really ran a good race. That driver, John Bosick, deserved the win.
I think a lot of the factor we saw with a lot of these teams that did not win, the 6 that finished, it was a kind of a waiting game. They played a patient game. They stayed out of trouble for the most part of the afternoon. We had our bumps and bruises today. Everybody came out physically okay, it looks like. Maybe a few hurt prides, some tore up equipment. But these guys, after 400 grueling laps, the crew down here, they earned the victory.
It sure was. And here's the one announcement that I think most people have been waiting for. Officially, it's open bar downstairs now, so it's time to have fun. We've got a little bit of a podium scenario to take place, and everybody's going to have an exciting day. So let's come on upstairs and enjoy some time with these riders and teams.
Well, it's been fun working with you, and I got to say, I've been announcing for over 30 years, and I got to say, this is the first time we did a sled race that consists of 400 laps. I had fun. I want to thank Rob Mason for backing me up here. I learned a lot today, Rob, and I tell you, we just met this morning and shook hands. It's been fun. I hope we team up again sometime to have a great afternoon. And boy, I tell you what, you got your knowledge on these guys here, and I learned a big lesson this weekend.
Well, thank you, Leo. You brought obviously a whole lot better voice to the racing than me, but this has been my passion for a number of years. I'm a Michigan resident. This is
we love racing.
Yeah, this is my form of snowmobile racing. Unfortunately, most of my time in the winter is spent in other states and other cities chasing another form of snowmobile racing, but I got to be excited when I have a weekend off and I can come down here. The circuit that No Bull puts together is just second to none. What they've done for the sport of enduro racing is over the top. I can't thank the Higginses enough for what they've put together. Michelle Ellis, the whole group that have put this circuit together and made it run. Sharon, Mike's wife, to put up with Mike and to put up with this racing is absolutely amazing. And to pull off an exciting race with 400 laps, Leo, we had 3 sleds on the same straightaway.
That's incredible. And fans, we had a great time this weekend. We started off last night. We watched the weather play havoc with our racetrack. For you fans that are going to stick around, thanks for being with us. All of our sponsors, you folks in the infield who finished in the top situation down there in this race, congratulations. Give them a nice round of applause. I think I'm going to venture down there in turn 21 for about an hour down below at the bar. So it's been great, and hopefully Mike and the crew, they can match us up again.
That's great, Leo. And keep in mind, 2 weeks from now, the race that comes back here, the No Bull, I mentioned that I'm all over the country in different states on weekends. It's going to be my weekend in the home state. Mount Pleasant, Michigan is going to turn into the biggest snowmobile mecca in the nation that weekend. There happens to be another race take place at Soaring Eagle that weekend along with the No Bull race. So if you're a snowmobile fan, you can take in one of the greatest races on enduro racing all day and then go over and take in some other form of racing at Soaring Eagle Saturday night. So make sure you make plans to be here in 2 weeks.
And again, hats off to the Higgins family. I want to thank them all for having me back here again. So it's been fun. And fans, on your way home, please drive very careful. Save the racing for the Speedway. And we want you back here in a couple weeks. So thanks for being with us here this weekend here at the Isabella County Fairgrounds.